Alright guys, we have another question from the second chapter of engineering mechanics and statics, and we need to express each force in Cartesian vector form. We have three different forces, and we basically have to find the XYZ components of each of these forces. Let's start with the F1 first. So first thing, if we look at it, we see that the force is in XZ plane, and if we want to resolve it into its components, we're going to have one X component, which is this, and there is going to be a Z component along this line. Obviously, there is no Y component because it's an XY plane. All right, so if we call this angle alpha, which is the angle right here, F1 cosine of alpha is going to give us the X component, so 90 cosine of alpha, and because we have all the dimensions in the question, the cosine of alpha would be basically 4 over the hypotenuse, or the adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 5. So 4 over 5, and obviously it's going to be positive because it acts along positive axis. And as we talked about, there is no Y component, and we have the Z component, which is also positive. So 90 this time will be sine of alpha, or 3 over hypotenuse, which is 5, and that's going to be our K. So basically for X, we have 90 times 8.8, which is going to be 72, and times 6, that's going to give us the F1, and obviously all the units are going to be in newtons. So that was everything for the F1. Let's move on to F2, which is a little bit more complicated. We can see that F2 has all the three components, and we have already the projection of F2 on XY plane, which is this, which is going to help us to find the XY component and Z component. So we know that this angle here is 60 degrees. So we have, and we know this is a right angle here. And what we have on XY plane is going to be F2. Let's just put the value 150 because we're looking for the adjacent of 60 is going to be cosine of 60 degrees. And this is going to be the opposite, and basically it's the Z component, so we can call this one FZ, which is 150 sine of 60 degrees. All right, now that we have the projection on XY plane, now we are dealing with 2D, and basically we have this angle of 45 between the projection and Y-axis, which shows that we can find the, let's just go for those components in green. So this is going to be the Y component, and this will be the X component. And our hypotenuse here is now a 150 cosine of 60 degrees. And again, same idea, this will be a right angle. All right, let's start with the X component. So we can see that the X acts along positive X axis. So it's positive 150, the hypotenuse is cosine of 60 degrees, and because this is the side here opposite of 45, it's going to be sine of 45 degrees, but because sine of 45 and cosine of 45 is the same, so it really doesn't matter which one we pick. That's going to be the X, and for the Y component, also positive 150 cosine of 60 degrees, cosine of 45 degrees, that's going to be our J. And again, this one's positive, and Z is also positive, which is what we had in here, so plus 150, basically sine of 60 degrees. We know cosine of 60 is 0.5, so basically we have 75 times sine of 45, that's going to be 53.03. As I mentioned, sine and cosine are the same value, so the J or the Y component will be exactly the same, and we have 150 sine of 60 for Z, which is going to be plus 129.9 K, and again all the units are in newtons. That's going to be the F2, and the last one is the F3, which is on the Z axis. Pretty simple, there is no X and Y component, we only have Z component, which is 200, so F3 is actually the easiest way possible to find these vectors, and basically 200 along Z direction. Everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.